Hi there, my name is Rob, and today I'm going to be going through some of the basic exercises that you find in a Hiit circuit class. Now, whenever we pick up the bar from the floor, make sure that you are bending the knees to pick the bar up. We're going to start off with an overhand grip on the bar, drive through the legs, and hold the bar nice and close to the body. You want to lift the chest up, pull the shoulders back and down. Your hands roughly want to be about thumb distance away from your thighs, and keep your legs just underneath the hips in line. You want to slightly tuck the chin in and want to brace the abs. The first exercise we're going to look at is a clean and press. And with the clean and press, you're going to pull the bar up along the body. Elbows are going to come out nice and wide, about shoulder height. We then drop down into the clean, tucking the elbows in, a little bend through the knees. We then press the bar straight up over the head, keeping the elbows soft at the top, making sure not to lock them out. We then drop it back down to the shoulders, again, little bend through the knees, before we then lift the elbows up and press the bar back down into the starting position. So we lift, drop, push, catch, and then reset back down. So from the side, again, you want to try and make sure that you keep the bar nice and close to the body to make sure that we're keeping each repetition as efficient as possible. A variation that you might see is a clean and press with the bar to the floor. Now from here, you want a slightly wider stance and a slightly wider grip on the outside of the bar. We're going to drop the bar towards the floor, again keeping the bar nice and close to the body, lift the bar up in a straight line, drop under, press up to the ceiling, back to the chest and back down. But this time we come all the way back down to the floor. So we're trying to keep the bar nice and horizontal and as close to the body as we can. So that's our clean and press. Our next exercise is an up and over. Now, this exercise usually uses a plate, and it's a rotational move that's going to also integrate the obliques and the cross legs that work diagonally across our body. So we hold the plate either side. We want a fairly wide grip on the bar, on the plate. We're going to start off at the side. So you're going to bend the knees, have the plate to one side. It's going to come up over the top, again making sure that your elbows aren't locked out, keep a little bend in them, and then we drop it back down to the other side. So it comes up over the top and back down. Try and keep it back nice and straight at the top, and pivot on the ball of the foot to turn the knee down over the top. So again, it's a great compound move that works for the whole body. Our next exercise is a bent over row. So again, bend your knees to pick the bar up. We're going to start off in our normal starting position, feet on the hips, knees fairly soft, chest is lifted, elbows tucked in. With the bent over row, we're going to slightly bend the knees as we tip forward. The bar wants to start just at the kneecaps, and we're going to pull the bar up along the thighs, in towards the belly button, straight back down. You can stand up in between each one, sink the hips back, so you want to feel a little stretch across the back of the hamstrings. Elbows are going to point straight to the back of the room. Chest is going to come slightly forward as you pull that bar in. And you're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades in towards the spine, always looking down towards the floor as we tip forward, just to make sure that we keep the head in line with the spine. And that's our bent over row. A similar exercise, again working the top of the back and into the shoulders, is a bent over fly. For this exercise, we would need a couple of dumbbells. So again, starting position, we tip forward. The weights are going to start off just by the knees. Arms on again, nice and long, shoulders back and down. Try not to hunch through the shoulders. And try and pull the shoulders back and in. And again, we're going to take this time, we're going to take the hands out wide, up to just underneath shoulder height, and then back in. This is our fly to work the top of the back and into the shoulders. Again, making sure that not to straighten the arms out fully. You want a little bend at the elbow. Keep it nice and soft. And as we lift, we squeeze the shoulder blades in towards the spine. And again, keep it looking down. Keep the head in line. And bracing through the collar. And that's our flies. Our next exercise is a shoulder press. So again, we usually use the bar for this. So bending the knees to pick the bar up. Overhand grip on the bar. We're going to pull the bar up, lock it underneath the shoulders. Elbows are going to be nicely tucked in. Now, keeping a nice set position, weight through the heels. The bar's going to lift simply over the head, back down to the chest. Elbows are going to be forward. And again, making sure not to lock the elbows out completely. Keep it nice and soft at the top. Tuck the chin in. Bracing nice and hard through the core to keep everything steady. Shoulder press. Now lunges, working into the legs. So want to place the bar across the meaty part of your back, so try and keep it away from the neck. Create a little ledge with your shoulder blades. Hold on to the bar wherever you feel comfortable. We start off in our set position, feet underneath the hips. With the lunge, we're simply going to step forward into the lunge, drop down, trying to keep the back straight and aiming to get your knees at a 90-degree angle. Dropping down. So you want to keep the feet nice and wide. And at the bottom of the range, front thigh is aiming to be parallel with the floor, same as the bottom shin. Trying to drop in a nice straight line, keeping the head and chest lifted. We can then go into our squats. So wherever your favourite squat position is, whether it's a medium squat, feet underneath shoulders, or take it into a wider squat to hit the outer thigh and into the glutes. You want to make sure that your toes are slightly turned out. Again, keep the knees soft. Hold on to the bar wherever you're comfortable. Meaty part of the back. Slightly tuck your chin in, bracing through the abs. Lift the chest. We're going to squat down. Nice straight line. Butt's going to stop just above knee height. And then driving out the heels, lifting the chest, driving the hips forward. Again, try not to make sure that we're not locking the knees out at the top completely. Butts are back and down. Head is lifted. Hips going to go back. Slight drive forward at the top. Balance up and over. Again, bend the knees to lower the bar down. Our next exercise is a front raise. Again, this can be used with a bar, or alternatively, we can use a plate. We're going to hold on either side. Feet wherever you're comfortable, hips or slightly underneath the shoulders. Again, brace the abs, tuck your elbows in, lift the chest up. We're going to simply lift the arms in a straight line with the shoulders, and straight back down. Squeezing through the chest to lift up. Again, keep the elbows soft, don't lock the arms out. And straight back down. We can then go into a side raise. Now for side raises, similar to the fly, you'll need a couple of dumbbells for this one. So with the lateral raise, we start with the weights by the side. Again, keep the elbows nice and soft. We're simply going to lift the arms up to shoulder height and straight back down. So you want to make sure that you've got a nice, smooth control down. Don't just let the weights drop. You want to feel a little pinch of the shoulders at the top to work in the top of the shoulder. Keep the chin tucked in, bracing through the core. Looking good. Okay, from our lateral raise, we can go to a bicep curl. For this, we normally use the bar. So again, step position. This time we want an underhand grip on the bar. So palms going to face forward as we lift the bar up. Pull the shoulders back and down, tuck the chin in, bracing the abs, comfortable grip on the bar, elbows going to stay locked, close to the rib cage, underneath the shoulders. We're going to want a nice full range from the legs, lifting the bar all the way to the shoulder, then all the way back down, opening up the forearms at the bottom, squeezing the bicep as we lift the bar up to the shoulder, and back down again. Again, please make sure that you do brace in the abs and keep those elbows underneath the shoulders. Try not to let the elbows come forward. No swinging, nice and close. Perfect. We then go into our squat press. So again, for this one, overhand grip. You want to pull the bar up to your shoulder height. Squat stance, feet underneath shoulders or slightly wider if you want to hit the outer side and the glutes a little more. We're going to squat down into a nice deep squat. Knees are going to come forward towards the midfoot, butt back and down. Drive through the heels to lift the bar up, tucking the chin in, elbows soft at the top, straight back down into the squat, back up again. Squat and press from the chest to the ceiling. We can then go a little deeper into the chest. I've got two final exercises for the chest. So for this, we can use the bar. This is our chest press. You want a wide grip on the bar. Lie back on your bench, making sure that your head is supported by the bench. Elbows going to be nice and wide. Hands close to the weights. Slightly tuck the chin in. Make sure the shoulders are down from the ears. Press you back into the bench. Heels on the floor. We're going to press the bar up towards the ceiling. Squeezing the chest as we press. Again, don't block the elbows in. Keep them soft at the top. Keep the bar horizontal, mid-chest. Elbows are going to come out wide as we drop the bar down. And then squeezing the chest as we bring the elbows back in. So lift the bar up towards the ceiling. Make sure that your elbows aren't coming too low below the top of the bench. You're just aiming for a 90-degree angle at the bottom of your range. That's our chest fly. Nice and gently back up. Our final exercise is a chest fly. So again, dumbbell time. Lie back, nice and easy. We're going to start off with the palms facing in, arms nice and long, just over the mid-chest. We're going to open the hands out nice and wide, making sure not to let the elbows drop too below the top of the bench. Arms as long as possible, but again, don't block the elbows out. Keep a little bend. Squeezing the chest as we bring the hands back in together. Drop out nice and wide. In nice control. Not letting the weights drop. Tucking the chin in. Bracing the abs and pressing it back into the top of the bench to keep everything steady. And that's our basic exercises for hip circuit. There are some more, but we'll go through those as the class progresses. Keep an eye out for the previews at the start of each of your classes. But if you do have any questions on any of the moves, do let us know. Thanks very much.